In 1398, Ming Dynasty's founding emperor Zhu Yuanzhang passed away. At this point, he had 19 living sons, but the throne was passed to Zhu Yuanzhang's grandson Zhu Yunwen, who was known as the Emperor Jianwen. Zhu Yunwen's father Zhu Biao was the oldest son of Zhu Yuanzhang and his wife, the Empress Ma. When Ming was founded, Zhu Biao was promoted to the crown prince. Zhu Yuanzhang really cared his son's education. Those princes got the best traditional Confucianism and military educations. When Zhu Biao was 22 years old, Zhu Yuanzhang led him to participate in managing the court. Well, Zhu Yuanzhang's other grown-up sons should leave the capital Nanjing and move to their fiefdoms. For example, Zhu Yuanzhang's fourth son, Zhu Di, he got his title Yan Wang, the Prince Yan, at 10 years old. 10 years later, Zhu Di moved to his fiefdom, Beijing. Zhu Biao did an excellent job as the crown prince. Zhu Yuanzhang and government officers believed Zhu Biao would become a great emperor in future. Unfortunately, in 1392, Zhu Biao passed away. This year, Zhu Yuanzhang was 65 years old. He felt desperate for losing his favorite son. Meanwhile, he had to face the problem: who should be promoted to the crown prince? According to the inheritance rules set by Zhu Yuanzhang, the throne and the prince title should be passed to the wife's oldest surviving son. So, the new crown prince should be Zhu Yuanzhang's second son, Zhu Shuang. But Zhu Shuang had very bad reputations. In 1391, Zhu Yuanzhang required Zhu Shuang to return the capital and prepared to withdraw his fiefdom. Because Zhu Shuang made a series of mistakes, lucky Zhu Biao persuaded Zhu Yuanzhang to give up this idea. Although, when citing inheritance rules, Zhu Yuanzhang said those rules were not allowed to be changed forever. But Zhu Shuang was too bad to become the emperor. So Zhu Yuanzhang asked government officers' advice. One officer suggested to promote Zhu Biao's son, Zhu Yunwen. Zhu Yunwen was Zhu Biao's second son. He was born by Zhu Biao's concubine, Lü Shi. Zhu Biao's oldest son and third son were born by Zhu Biao's wife, the crown princess, Chang Shi. Those two boys were Di Zi and had priority in inheritance. But in 1378, Chang Shi passed away. Lü Shi was promoted to the crown princess. So Zhu Yunwen also became Di Zi. In 1382, Zhu Biao's oldest son died. Zhu Yunwen became the oldest surviving Di Zi and had priority in inheritance. Besides, Zhu Yunwen, like his father, was a well-educated person. Zhu Yuanzhang really liked this grandson. So, 5 months after Zhu Biao passed away, Zhu Yunwen was promoted to Huang Tai Sun, which means the emperor's grandson became the crown prince. This year, Zhu Yunwen was 15 years old. Now, Zhu Yuanzhang started to worry two problems: whether he had enough time to educate a qualified crown prince, whether his young heir had capabilities to control the government officers, especially the officers who accompanied Zhu Yuanzhang to fight with Yuan armies. Those officers made huge contributions to Ming and became the powerful leaders in the country. So, in the next several years, Zhu Yuanzhang killed almost all excellent military leaders. Although those people once were Zhu Yuanzhang's old friends, they spent the most difficult time together. Although Zhu Yuanzhang didn't trust his old friends, but he did trust his sons. Zhu Yuanzhang allowed his sons to own armies in their fiefdoms, so those princes could quickly fight with the attackers. When Zhu Yuanzhang was alive, this strategy worked very well. But the crown prince Zhu Yunwen didn't think so. From the family view, those princes were his uncles. From the political view, local leaders' powers were the threat to the central government. So, when Zhu Yuanzhang told Zhu Yunwen, if someone dared to rebel, his uncles could fight with rebelling armies and protecting him, Zhu Yunwen asked, how about his uncles rebelled? Zhu Yuanzhang had no idea. He wasn't cold-blooded enough to kill all his powerful sons. In 1398, Zhu Yuanzhang was hopelessly sick. To prevent his imperial women to influence political affairs, he acquired all his imperial women to sacrifice. So, when Zhu Yunwen became the emperor, Zhu Yuanzhang already killed all potential enemies of Zhu Yunwen. Because Zhu Yunwen didn't trust his uncles at all, when Zhu Yunwen became the emperor, he immediately withdrew his uncle's fiefdoms. Zhu Yunwen successfully withdrew the fiefdoms of the Prince Zhou, the Prince Xiang, the Prince Qi, the Prince Dai, and the Prince Min. His next target was the Prince Yan, Zhu Di. Zhu Di was the most powerful prince. In royal clan, Zhu Yuanzhang's first three sons died before Zhu Yuanzhang. So, although Zhu Di was Zhu Yuanzhang's fourth son, but when Zhu Yunwen inherited the throne, Zhu Di was the actual oldest uncle of Zhu Yunwen. In the court, Zhu Di didn't have powers in central government, but Zhu Di was an excellent military leader. He had strong combinations with armies in northern area. When Ming was founded, Yuan royal families just were chased away. They came back to their hometown Mango. After Zhu Di moved to Beijing, he personally leading Ming armies to fight with Yuan remaining armies several times. So, Zhu Di and his armies had lots of military experience. I think this is the most scary thing for Zhu Yunwen. After several princes lost their powers, Zhu Di clearly knew Zhu Yunwen's goal. In 1399, Zhu Di pretended he was hopelessly sick. So, Zhu Yunwen had to release Zhu Di's 3 嫡子, who stayed in Nanjing as hostage. Later, one of Zhu Di's officers was killed by Zhu Yunwen. To keep safe, Zhu Di pretended he was madness. But this time, Zhu Yunwen's officer Ge Cheng discovered Zhu Di to the central government. Now, Zhu Yunwen knew Zhu Di was planning something. So, Zhu Yunwen immediately sent Zhang Xin to Beijing and secretly arrested Zhu Di. Unfortunately, Zhu Yunwen trusted the wrong person. Zhang Xin told Zhu Di all Zhu Yunwen's plans. Later, Zhu Di rebelled using the excuse 清君侧, which means Zhu Yunwen's two close government officers, Qi Tai and Huang Zicheng, were evil. They cheated Zhu Yunwen and made Zhu Yunwen to hurt his family members. In middle of 1402, Zhu Di's army conquered Nanjing. Zhu Yunwen burned the imperial palace. Zhu Di said he found Zhu Yunwen's body and made a funeral for Zhu Yunwen. But more people believed Zhu Yunwen escaped and hid in somewhere. So in following years, Zhu Di sent his trusted eunuch Zheng He to secretly search Zhu Yunwen. Meanwhile, Zhu Di demoted Zhu Yunwen's emperor title, destroyed his historical documents about him. Zhu Di also changed documents about Zhu Yuanzhang 3 times. So today, we hardly to know the whole stories about Zhu Yunwen. Zhu Yunwen's mother, the Empress Dowager Lu, was demoted. Then there wasn't record about her, so we don't know her ending. Zhu Yunwen's wife, the Empress Ma, didn't escape. She died in fire. Zhu Yunwen had 2 sons. Both of them were born by the Empress Ma. In 1402, Zhu Yunwen's oldest son was 6 years old. Some people believed he escaped with Zhu Yunwen. Some people believed this boy died with his mother. Zhu Yunwen's second son, Zhu Wengui, was 2 years old. Zhu Di deleted his royal status and home arrested him. Until 1457, the Emperor Yingzhong second time became the emperor. Because Yingzhong also was home arrested by his young brother, so Yingzhong released Zhu Wengui and sent several servants to take care of him. When Zhu Yungui got this news, she was happy and sighed. This year, Zhu Wengui was 56 years old. Because he lost freedom when he was a baby, he had no chance to know the outside world. He even don't know the difference between the horse and the cow. Zhu Wengui passed away very soon after he got freedom. Zhu Yunwen had 3 surviving young brothers. Zhu Yunwen promoted them to Qin Wang, the first-rank prince. When Zhu Di became the emperor, all of them was demoted to Jun Wang, the second-rank prince. Later, Zhu Di deleted the 2 older princes' royal status and put them under home arrest. Zhu Di kept the youngest prince as Zhu Biao's heir, but 4 years later, this prince died in fire. Zhu Yunwen's loyal government officers also had side endings. I will tell you in future videos. Thank you for watching this video. See you soon.